皆さん、こんにちは。ドクターユウスケこと緩和ケア医の高宮ユウスケです。人生のトリセツ、あなたの幸せケアをお送りします。第12回は特別編。今年10月にカナダのモントリオールで開催された第5回ホールパーソンケア国際会議で発表した命の授業を英語でお届けします。Considering Life Through Death Introduction to Lessons of Life. I'm Yusuke Takamiya, School of Medicine, Showa University, Tokyo, Japan. My background: I have been a palliative care physician for 30 years. I have been teaching classes on lessons of life to medical students and elementary, junior high, and high school students for 30 years. These classes provide opportunities to think about life through death. I would like to share some of my life-changing experiences and real-life stories in this Congress. The first story that I would like to share with you is about a 23-year-old patient that I still clearly remember. At 18, she suffered from breast cancer. She had repeatedly relapsed and had metastasis. At 23, she had lung and multiple bone metastasis. Her prognosis appeared to be only a few months. I could not completely remove her pain from the bone metastasis. We talked to her fiancé and told him everything about her poor medical condition and prognosis. On one particular day, he came to our medical staff clinical meeting and shared something profound. He said, "Actually, our wedding has been postponed, but we have decided that we both want to hold a wedding ceremony at least." The wedding ceremony was finally decided, and as she wrote invitation and chose gifts. What surprised me is that her long-standing pain was gone away. We did not change any of her medication, but it was difficult to arrange the wedding ceremony and venue because of the limited time. So we prepared the wedding in a hospital. We used a conference room at the top of the 17th-story ward of Showa University Hospital. We read Virgin Road there. We had a pastor officiate the marriage, and we celebrated the wedding. A month after the wedding, she was very energetic and went on their honeymoon. Unfortunately, 6 months later, her lung metastasis worsened and she passed away. We usually tend to think of giving medicine for cancer patients, but I think she made us realize that the pain can also be relieved by supporting a patient's dream and hope. Next, Yumika Yokoyama. She became the representative of the Japanese national volleyball team at the age of 18. She was diagnosed with sarcoma. On the same year, she became a representative. She started her painful chemotherapy in the same year. She was a heroine of the Spring National High School Volleyball Tournament. During her chemotherapy, walking, talking, seeing, hearing, laughing, crying, and living. You may think it's normal as someone who always takes it for granted, but that's not the case. Please cherish your important, precious, and only life. Please treasure this moment now. These were her last words. She passed away at the age of 21. I had another dear patient, a 21-year-old woman whom I will never forget. She suffered from cancer of unknown primary and was admitted to Showa University Hospital. She had lung and bone metastasis. I went to see her every day as a palliative care physician to relieve her pain and dyspnea. She knew that her cancer had spread, but she never talked about her prognosis or death. Her mother was always by her side, and she asked me not to give her any more bad news, as she was still young. So I did not talk much about death, even as she was dying. I often wondered if she was not worried about death, but surely she thought about death and left a letter for her mother. I would like to share that letter with you. Letter for her mother. Thank you very much for all your help over the past 21 years. I'm sorry that I've caused you so much worry, especially this past year. I was not able to fulfill my duty to you as a daughter until the end, and will even leave before you. But please don't cry too much. I will be in a comfortable state as I will finally be free from suffering and illness. Please don't be sad, because if you are, I can't move on with peace of mind. And just because I'm gone, don't remain gloomy and downhearted forever. You are only 44 years old, with a bright future. Always stay as a cheerful person, seize your own happiness, and don't waste money or time. Please move forward and walk at peace, as your noisy daughter is no longer here to disturb you. Lastly, I'm very glad that I was born as your daughter. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I read this letter and regret that I could not really talk with her at the bedside. When I read this letter and recalled my other patients, I did not tell them about their prognosis or death. But perhaps everyone, in fact, has already come to realize their fate. It is often said that animals like cats and elephants understand death and choose their place to die. Humans are similarly like animals. When they cannot walk to the toilet or roll over on their bed by themselves and need assistance in doing so, they already realize their condition. This dear patient of mine taught me the value of being honest with all patients, as well as the importance of facing life and death situation, and not to simply encourage patience. Lastly, this is my experience with a 64-year-old man who had terminal lung cancer. He said, I don't want to leave my wife, daughter, and grandchildren behind. What will happen, and where will I go if I die? I thought to myself, I do not have a specific religion, but I believe that if people die and lose their body, they do not completely disappear, as I have dealt with the death of many patients. I cannot clearly explain what remains, but I believe that the deceased patients are watching over me, and they raise me up whenever I fall down and cannot see my future path clearly. He also told me I want to believe that. I want to be there to watch over my wife, daughter, and grandchildren from heaven, even after I die. At that time, he was listening to music alone with headphones. I recommended listening to a song together, and he chose Amazing Grace, sung by Haley. This song. I was really touched listening to the song with his family. A few days after listening to the song, he passed away. To this day, I still remember him when I listen to this song, especially his facial expression, demeanor, and episodes. It is through this experience that I believe memories may live inside people's heart forever. I have a dream. May the lessons of life be brought to children all over Japan and all over the world. I would like to convey the joy of living. I have a dream. My talk today will inspire you to pause, to think more about life and death, and may you realize the meaning of your existence and feel the special role of your own birth. Thank you for your attention.
Merci beaucoup.
I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know your biggest takeaway and feel free to leave a comment. Bye-bye.
So I started YouTube channel. Okay, subscribe.
Bravo.
Thank you again. Thank you very much.